Hi, Jeremy here with another shot from the golfing curriculum. Today we're looking at the driver, and let's get into the 3 essential things that you have to do. These are non-negotiable principles, not preferences. You have to get them right. Let's dive into it. Right, principle number 1 is top hand grip is essential to get right for speed and for squaring the club face. That lovely swish that you hear. You can see I'm not using my body for that. We'll talk about that in another video. I'm creating speed with my arms and hands. Now there are a few ways of getting this right. I love the Scottish Scheffler way of having the club vertical so that your fingers are at 90 degrees. What we absolutely can't do is have the fingers at 45 degrees in this fashion. That way you'll grip it completely in the palm of the hand, which is an absolute killer. Can't move the wrist correctly, can't make any speed, can't square the club face either. Really bad combination. So it's got to be at 90 degrees, got to get the fingers round, and then you can wrap the whole hand round. And then do a little Ben Hogan test. If you read his book, the 5 modern fundamentals of golf, then this is the first one. Good one. If you don't like either of those, then let's go for the Jack Nicklaus one, where I'll leave my left hand where it is, put the club right at the base of the fingers, hand like that, right at the base of the fingers, and just pick it up. Now what I've just done is got a square club face with the V of the top hand pointing towards my right shoulder, or my trail shoulder, and 2 knuckles, 3 knuckles if you're a slicer. Now, some of you will know I play golf left-handed and right-handed. Actually, left is my favoured, but just so the left-handers don't feel left out, here's the grip. Exactly the same. The 2 V's point to the trail shoulder, and you can see 1, 2, and a little bit of the 3rd knuckle on the top hand. Now, a great address position with the driver is wide. We move the ball to just inside the front heel. I think everybody really knows that. The most important thing though is that you get your head in the right spot. Yep, in the middle of your feet is great, a little bit behind, but also a long way behind the ball. If I drop a line down here, you can see my head is really quite a long way behind the ball, and that enables, if we maintain that of course, that enables us to swing on a shallow path, as long as we keep it there. I had a client this week who kept moving forwards a little bit. Irons were great, driver not so great, so that's a really great way to not get it right. So head behind, and it stays behind, and then you can see already you get a great angle of attack. Common errors are, well, allowing the head to go too far forwards at address, and the real problem with that is that it opens the shoulder line. You can see, if I have to trust me, I pushed my head way too far forward here, and my right arm has come forwards, my right shoulder has come forwards, and you can see now how open the shoulder line is. That is a great way to make sure that the swing comes from out to in. It will simply follow the line of the shoulders. That leads us on to the 3rd part, which is the start of the swing. Now, the start of the swing is absolutely essential to get right. With a good address position, it's so much easier, and there's a really great rule, the rule of parallels. This is first parallel with the club face ever so slightly tilted. This is a perfect spot to start the swing. One of the lovely things about this position here, 9 o'clock, it can simplify your swing. I've had numerous people who are sliced, we cured their takeaway like this with the club face ever so slightly tilted. It's not actually closed, I'll explain why in a moment, but then the game would be in the downswing to get back to that point before turning through. Then we can start to square the club face. Yeah. One of the worst things you can do is roll the club face open. See, again, this all the time. It means the club face is miles open, and the shaft is behind us. And from there, if I simply turn my shoulders back to the ball, you see how open the club face is there, then I've really got to work hard, or I simply won't make it, and the club face will be open, and there will be the slice, unless we come over the top, in which case the slice is built in, but the club face is at least square. So you'll have to compensate during your poor grip, a poor address position, and a poor start to the swing. You will have to compensate. There is no other way around, and that will lead to the one thing that you really don't want, and that is inconsistency. So I hope you've enjoyed watching and found it informative. There is an ebook in the description. It's on my website. It's free to download, and it covers exactly the things that we've been talking about in this video. Thank you again for watching, and see you next time for another shot on the golfing curriculum.